Alright, what's up everyone? I'm gonna do a quick video today on my trading strategy. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible because for me it's pretty late where I'm at, but let's get into it. I'm gonna show you guys another example after I show you the strategy that I use. But as you can see on the chart here, this is not the most recent New York AM. We had this one right here. I'll show you guys a setup there if I can find one, but I'm just gonna start over here because you can see it was way more volatile, and over there it was just a slow day. It was just a slow Friday right before 4th of July. So nothing crazy. A lot of it is just waiting for the right setup. And I'm not profitable by no means, but so as you can see here, we had a liquidity sweep. It wasn't a super strong sweep. We had a slight reaction off this candle right here. We pushed even a little bit higher, but still I count this as a sweep. Especially right here when we broke below this low. We had this sweep, we had this low broken below, and then this one right here. Let me get rid of these. You guys are just gonna have to remember those. Actually, no, I'll just keep them here, so. Okay, so here's a fair value gap. And as you can see, this candle right here is the candle that broke below this low. And that same candle created a fair value gap. So what I would have done is I would have set my entry right here, stop loss at this high, but sometimes I just put my stop loss at the top of that candle, which gives me these crazy risk rewards. More of a risk taker, if you know what I mean. But for example, I'm just put it at the high to make it more realistic. What I do with my take profit though, that's for another video. We'll just put it at a low. So here, 5.53 risk reward. Not bad. You can see it did retrace back into this fair value gap that it originally tapped into. So if you would have moved your stop loss to break even, you would have gotten stopped out. But that just depends on what you do as a trader. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys another setup. This is for that Friday, right before 4th of July, so pretty slow day here. But you can see we had a liquidity sweep right here. You could count this as a low if you want. I would have, but it really depends on what you count as a low and what you don't. There's two ways to go about this. You could have either went right here for an entry. You can see this candle broke below. This is the line where it broke, okay? You trace back into this right here. Stop loss right here. Take profit here at this low. That's a 3.54 risk reward. You would have been in this trade for a while. But, okay. Next entry, this one would have been safer, but smaller risk reward. So you can see literally we broke below with this candle right here. So let's mark out this fair value gap. Okay, go for a short right here. Entry. Stop loss at this high right here, and then take profit at this low too. Okay, 2.1 risk reward. It's a small reward, but it just depends on who you are if you would take that. See, you'd be in that trade for a while also. What is this? 9:08 a.m. Oh no, you wouldn't even get tapped in at that time. You've gotten tapped in right here. Okay, so you would have been in this from 9:17 to 10:30. So a little over an hour. I wouldn't have taken this trade. I would have just not even traded this day. But yeah, it's basically my strategy. But don't forget that trading isn't all about strategy. A lot of psychology plays into it and patience. But that's my strategy. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see any other videos, drop some ideas. Thank you guys.